What's up? Inflatable Guy 05 here. And today I have another crazy cool review for you today. I'm zoomed out all the way in 2.7 for this one. Here is the 2019 12 and a half foot, just about 13 foot. I did measure it. I thought it was a little bit taller. About 13 foot Soldier from Lowe's 2019. This thing is really great. I got this in a trade from a friend. I've been wanting a big Soldier for a while. I've been wanting two smaller ones to put one on each side of my driveway. You know, soldiers saluting you into the house, the premises, the manor of my place. And I want also a big Soldier, because I love bigger Christmas ones. I want to put more in the back that are big like this. And oh mama, this guy's big. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. This thing is honestly colossal. I haven't had something this big in front of me in a minute now. And this thing is crazy that it touches the top of that tree right there at the top of his hat. It's definitely an eyesore for sure. People are definitely going to notice this. I'm also just getting over sick, so mind me for a second. But this was sold for Lowe's back in 2019. This sold for $149, so about $150. And I see why. There's a lot of detail on this, a lot of eye-catching material. There is no box for this, sadly, which is why I did not show the box. I do not have the box, and I also already had it inflated just so I wouldn't have problems trying to stand it up on its own. I don't know if it'll get up on its own at all. I might have to test that. But I got this in a trade from my friend Jason. I can't remember what his... I think it's just Jason's Inflatables on YouTube. He's a good friend of mine. I've done a bunch of trades with him. I got two things actually, but I wanted to do the cooler and my favorite one more. I've been wanting this from him, and I've been begging for it. It's so cool, and I'd say pretty rare too. It's a big Soldier. The big Soldiers usually become rare, and they've made a lot of them. This isn't my absolute favorite one, but it's one of those favorite ones. One of my favorite ones is one of those 16-foot ones. But this is definitely up there for the Colossal Soldiers for sure. And I was originally supposed to get this a long time ago, which is going to play into why it has an issue on its back. He's in pretty good shape, I would relatively say. There's minor staining on him, some fading, and two issues that are not a big deal, because one has been fixed and the other one is just a main issue. Because the one main issue is that the zipper broke on it, so he had to stitch the zipper shut. I'm not exactly happy about that. I didn't know that. At least I didn't remember. I don't really care too much. As long as the bulbs are not pressing up against the fabric, I won't have to change them to LADC7. Because I know they're not, because Lowe's never used LADC7 until 2 years ago, but that is tight as hell. This has an AH3, which is strange, because Home Depot usually gets those fans. But I guess they didn't want to put a 60 or an 80 on this. And the other issue is this one right here, that there is a giant rip on his back. But that has been nicely sewed up, and I can feel no air coming out of that actually, which is really good. It's thankfully on the back, and it's nowhere noticeable at all. I don't think I have any other inflatables that are ripped, maybe one or two. But when he was trying to get this out of the snow after Christmas, I don't know why he tried doing that, but he tried ripping it off the ground. I think I might have told him to. That might have been my bad. But we were trying to trade for something for this a while before the clown archway, but I got the clown archway instead. But in the future, once he fixed that rip, I was going to get this also. And when he tried ripping it off the ground, it was ice and frozen, and it ripped his arm like that when he was trying to rip it off the ground. I tried doing that a long time ago in New York. Thankfully, my thing never ripped. But some others aren't too lucky, and I don't recommend ever doing that, ripping it out of the snow. I would not do that. At least, definitely now, I wouldn't. But, I love this. Thank you so much, buddy, for it. I love it. I know you're watching, because I'm going to send you the video. I love it. The fabric is interesting. So we're going to go over detail. Let's start from the bottom to the top. His boots are a bit faded, unless that's supposed to be the color, but I don't think so. I think the black is a little bit faded, which is a little interesting. I think it is faded a little bit, which is weird because this fabric likes to fade. The fabric turns white. You can see it's white kinda-ish. Like on the back is a little bit darker. But this fabric in particular that makes the boots look like real leather. This shiny like fabric likes to fade a lot, and that's not good at all. That is pretty bad. That likes to do that, but honestly, it looks fine. It still looks like leather. It's not faded terrible, and it faded completely, so it looks the same, and it's not bad. But you move up here, there's all this metallic gold, which continues all the way around his boots, I believe. Yeah, all the way around him on all parts. They did not cheap out on this, including fuzzy all around 360 of his arm. And there's the rip, you can see it better there. It just stops right at the back, but I think it's interesting they did his arm all the way, which is good, so from all angles you can't see that his arm is not really all, that you can see it's all fuzzy. The back is not, though. It stops right halfway. That's how all inflatables are, which I don't mind that. I think it would be really heavy if it was all fabric. The metallic is pretty cool. I don't know that metallic's supposed to look like that, or if gold chips off after a while, but that looks pretty weird. I've never seen something like that before. I think I have another inflatable. I don't know if that's chipped. It shouldn't. I don't think gold does that. Maybe it's faded. I don't know. That might just be dark, like a weird gold ink splattering palette color, because it's all over him, including on his arms, which are pretty tight. The AH3 does the job for sure. But this is what I wanted to talk about. This new fuzzy material in my collection that I did not have yet. This feels like a carpet. I don't know what you call this. This isn't luxe. This isn't fuzzy. This isn't realistic, like hair fabric like I use on dogs. This is like a rug. It feels like I'm rubbing a rug, which is all over him, including his beard, I think, has it. I know the red on his hat does, and that black is just fuzzy fabric. And with his gold all over his shoulders, the middle of him with his straps on him, and his nice face looking off to the side, and his big old mustache. And on top of him, he has his soldier hat with his top of him. But I will say, this thing is badass for sure. I love it so much. He has 2 tether attachments. One there. And one there. And then the bottom 4. She's standing with just 2. I will do some fixing to him a little bit, because there is some things I want to fix. I want to fix bulbs. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I want to make a way that I can get inside there and fix that. Because that's going to annoy me. If it starts rubbing up on the fabric, it's going to start thinning it, because the bulbs get hot. The actual C7s that are not LED, they get hot, and they're going to burn that fabric up. And so I'm going to make sure those don't get hot. If not, then I'm going to have to surgically remove those and put a new zipper on. But this guy is really cool. I recommend it if you can find him. I believe he's pretty rare. I haven't seen it anywhere. I do love this, though. I recommend it as a big soldier. I'm happy I finally have a soldier in my collection. I will try and get many more. I originally wanted the 10-foot one from Walmart a couple of years back, but this one's definitely better. I don't want that one anymore now that I have this one. But thank you, Jason, for making this possible. This thing is amazing, and I love you, buddy. I can't wait for our next trade, which is hopefully be coming soon if he decides to give up a certain band I want with an alligator. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you, buddy, and I can't wait to see your video on your 2 things I gave him. I already gave him 1. The other one I got sick, so I have to wait. But it's pretty big. He's gonna love it. I know he will. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.